One of the most frequently asked about recipes for the Instant Pot is how to cook chicken in there in bulk so it's easy to shred, it's tender, delicious. I'm going to show you how to do that with chicken tenders, frozen or fresh. What is up, you guys? It is Karli here, and you are officially cooking with Karli chicken tenders. Let's talk about them with the Instant Pot. Frozen chicken tenders or fresh chicken tenders. I love cooking with chicken tenders in my Instant Pot for a couple of reasons. The first reason is because they are so uniform in size. You know, chicken tenderloins that you get from, Sam's Club, Costco in the freezer section, or Walmart or wherever, they're always the same size, right? And so same size chicken, same size pieces will get the exact same cook time in the Instant Pot. So it is extremely easy for me to be able to tell you a guaranteed time for cooking your chicken tenders, fresh or frozen, and they will be perfect and moist and tender every single time. With chicken breasts, it's a little bit different because sometimes you get a chicken breast that's like this big, sometimes it's like this big, and sometimes it's really thin, sometimes it's really thick, and all of those different variations will go into the cook time of your chicken. So I have a hard time being able to give you a blanket time frame for cooking your chicken breasts when I can't actually physically see them myself. So that's why I prefer using chicken tenders. So what we need to cook our chicken tenders are, well, obviously the chicken tenders. We need some sort of liquid. I'm just using chicken broth, and then seasonings. You can do a lot more seasonings than salt and pepper. You can put onion in there, garlic, poultry seasoning, whatever you like, you can do. Just for example's sake today, I'm just going to do salt and pepper. And let's talk about liquids. What liquid is okay? We need a thin liquid. So like I said, I'm using chicken broth today. You could use water. You could use, vegetable stock. You could use anything that is thin like water, that is not a dairy unless it is heavy cream. Don't throw milk in here. It will curdle and you'll end up with a lot of wasted food, which we don't want. How do we change up our chicken tender so it's not just plain chicken that's shredded that can be used in other meals, which I tend to do a lot? You can add in other things besides your liquid to flavor your chicken. So you can do your thin liquid, your chicken, and then barbecue sauce to make barbecue chicken. I will link below to all of my Instant Pot chicken recipes that use this exact same method. I love having cooked chicken that is frozen in my freezer, ready to use on a moment's notice. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to cook up just some plain chicken tenders so that I can dice some, I can leave some whole, and I can shred some. So that way, lunchtime rolls around or dinner time, I can make chicken salad sandwiches, I can make, chicken lettuce wraps, I can make so many different things, and I already have that cooked chicken in my freezer to use. It's so convenient and so helpful. To get started, we'll remove our lid from the Instant Pot and place our chicken tenders inside of our liner here. Now, this recipe, this method works for one chicken tender, or I've done an entire 3-pound bag before. When cooking with pressure, as long as everything is the same size inside of your Instant Pot, the cook time doesn't change. We want to just place the chicken tenders inside of our Instant Pot, and you'll notice like that one's frozen together. We need to break this apart so that they are the same size and so they will both cook evenly. So just toss them in and break them apart. It's pretty simple. Okay, that's about as many chicken tenders as I want to do today. We will close up the bag. I'm gonna go wash my hands and put that back in the freezer. Now our liquid goes in. Like we talked about earlier, any thin liquid that's the same consistency as water, with the exception of dairy, can go in as our liquid. So I'm using chicken broth, and we want about a cup. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can just eyeball it. And then we will season. I'm seasoning with salt and pepper. Sometimes I like to put some onions in there too. Whatever you like to season your chicken with, that's what you will season your chicken with. We will replace the lid. And now let's talk cook time. For frozen chicken tenders, you're going to cook on high pressure for 6 minutes with a 6-minute natural pressure release. For fresh chicken tenders, you are going to cook for 3 minutes high pressure with a 6-minute natural pressure release. To set my Instant Pot to cook for the 6 minutes high pressure, I'm going to press manual and then adjust to 6 minutes, and it looks like I'm already there. If you have a newer Instant Pot, you won't have a manual button. Yours will say pressure cook. It's the exact same thing, it's just a different name. If you do have chicken breasts on hand that you would like to use, my suggestion to you, if they're frozen, is to let them come up to room temperature and then cut them into strips so they're about tender sized, and if they're fresh chicken breasts, to just cut them into strips so they're tender sized, and then follow this same cooking time. That way we take away all of the variables and we know that our chicken is going to be cooked and it will shred beautifully. Here comes the sun. Do. Make sure to comment below and let me know if you have any further questions. And while you're at it, make sure to hit the like button, give me a big old thumbs up, and the red subscribe button, notification bell, so you can stay up to date with all of my videos. I'm publishing a lot of Instant Pot content coming up, so don't miss out. Now all we have to do is wait for the Instant Pot to come to pressure, cook for the 6 minutes, do the 6-minute NPR or natural pressure release, and then manually release that pressure to find beautifully cooked, perfectly tender chicken inside. If you need more information on what an NPR or natural pressure release stands for, click up here and go to my lingo video. It's important to note that when cooking with frozen chicken tenders, you're going to be looking at about 20 minutes from start to finish, from when you start placing the ingredients in your Instant Pot until you can hit that steam release and have your chicken ready to eat. If you're working with fresh chicken tenders, you're looking at about 15 minutes. Our Instant Pot is showing that we've completed our 6-minute NPR, natural pressure release, so I'm going to turn the knob here to venting and let the rest of the pressure out. I have cooked frozen chicken tenders using this method literally hundreds and hundreds of times, and it works out perfectly every single time. Once this pin drops, we'll remove the lid, and we can double check with an instant read thermometer to make sure that chicken is cooked all the way through if you'd like. We're looking for 165 here, and we jump all the way up to 180, 190. So we are definitely cooked. Isn't that amazing? Frozen to completely done tender. I'll show you how easily this shreds in 20 minutes flat. That's pretty amazing. I'm actually going to use this chicken today to make a super simple chicken pot pie. So I'm going to dice most of it. To do that, just pull your chicken out. You can let it rest until it's cooled, or you can go ahead and dice it right now while it's hot. Either way, I'm just going to chop this up so I can use it in my chicken pot pie. I hope this video helps you to create many, many, many dishes for your family using chicken tenders in your Instant Pot.